knew what they were doing when they said that, then, huh? That's why they're called sweater puppies. Exactly. Actually, I don't think that's it, but Aki-tan has a very good Tomodaki who's Norwegian, and I was like, is this legit? And she was like, yeah, you love all the puppers. Okay, so, pupper story. Oh, wait. Not pupper story, dog story. Aki-tan's not telling a story about the puppers. We don't do that here. That's for late night streams when Yamamama's not around. So anyway, basically what had happened was Aki-tan was living with Yamamama at the time, and Yamapapa was off doing something. And so we had our Inugami, which I guess I'll just say his name. His name was Buddy. I mean, it's a very typical doggy name, but he was our buddy dog. And I think he thought his full name was Buddy Dog, even though his name was Buddy. But Aki-tan would sing him the My Buddy song all the time. Stormy-tan, long time no see. Welcome, welcome. Aki-tan, so happy to see you. Welcome, welcome. But so Buddy Dog was a very cool dog. And he was not very big, like your typical kind of terrier class dog, but just kind of the dog that like you look at him and you're like, "Oh, he's what a cool doggy." Andrew Dan, Buenawa, welcome in. Aki-tan's happy to see you. Aki-tan's doing good, recovering. They hit 10,000 stars, so Aki-tan is telling a bit of Aki-tan lore. He would answer to Puppy. Yeah, but Buddy Dog eventually just started answering to Buddy Dog. Um, so what happened was we lived out on a big field because Aki-tan has mentioned low key that farm kid. If you have not picked up like the farm kid vibes or like at least living out in the wild vibes from Aki, I don't really know what to tell you. So what had happened was there was a guy that came onto the property, and Buddy Dog was probably one of the friendliest dogs you will ever meet in your life. There was only one person he didn't like, and that's because that guy was mean to him to begin with. Pepe Tam, Winawa! Aki-tan is telling childhood lore. Dun dun dun. Because for 10k stars, you'll unlock Aki-tan lore. And welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. So what happened was... Oops, sorry. Buddy Dog was indeed one of the best doggies. Aki-tan misses Buddy Dog. Aki-tan has a picture of Buddy Dog that needs to share with Yamamama eventually. But anyway, so it was Aki-tan and Yamamama, and this guy came on our property. And it's important to note where we lived, like at the time, the nearest neighbor was like a good chunk away. So it's not really secluded, but, secluded for what it was. And this guy comes on our property and is like, I'm looking for my dog, blah, 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 blah. And as Aki-tan mentioned, Buddy Dog is the sweetest dog you will ever meet in your life. And if Yamamama hadn't reached down and grabbed his collar, that dog would have ripped that man apart. Buddy Dog was an Appalachian mountain feist. So there's your homework right there, looking them up. Appalachian mountain feists. Pure blood. One of the best. And he was very cute. Very sweet. He had a big curly tail and very cute ears that folded over. And he stunk because he was an old man. But so Mama had to reach down and grab his collar to keep Buddy Dog from going at this man. And it was insane because Aki-tan had never ever seen this dog act aggressively towards a person before, except for like one of the mailmen. But again, that was because the guy kicked him. And it's like, fair play, dude. You kick the dog and the dog's gonna attack you. Like, don't kick my dog. But anyway, that's beside the point. So the guy, Yamamam was like, you should probably leave. Like, get off the vibe. You're like, yeah, negative vibes. Very negative vibes. If Buddy Dog didn't like you, you weren't a good person. So, yeah. Basically, Arukio Snow, Buenawa, welcome in. Aki-tan welcomes you to the stream. We've unlocked some Aki-tan lore for 10,000 stars. So Aki-tan is telling a story about my childhood. Yeah, Buddy Dog sends bad vibes from the dude. Very bad vibes from the dude. So, eventually the guy got off the property. And then as soon as, he was gone, Buddy Dog was back to normal, which meant, he was running underfoot, laying in the ground, rolling in the dirt, probably finding a way to get sprayed by a skunk so Aki-tan would have to wash him again. Good things like that. Well, later on, Aki-tan and Yamamama were out traveling, and there was a house that was covered in turkey vultures. Do you guys know what turkey vultures are, by the way? They call them turkey buzzards, turkey vultures. Tomato sauce does work, but the best thing you can do is baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, and dish soap. That is actually probably one of the best skunk remover mixtures Aki-tan has ever had. So turkey vultures or turkey buzzards, they're basically a type of buzzard or large like bird of prey, and they eat dead things as their names go through. But yes, so we were going past a house, and this house was covered in them. The roof, the yard, you name it. Like turkey buzzards everywhere. And we were both like, no, 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 they're not dangerous. They're not dangerous. I mean, all birds of prey are dangerous. Technically, you should not mess with wild animals, period. But for the most part, they'll look at you and be like, "What's up, bro?" Something, yes, something died in there. And it turns out there was a dead body in there of the dog that the guy was looking for. Dun dun dun. And he'd also done a whole bunch of other bad things, but in interest of keeping this kind of like not fully doxing myself, let's just say that that guy was a very, very bad guy. And if he'd managed to get a hold of either Aki-tan or Yamamama, it probably wouldn't have ended well for either of us. So basically, Buddy Dog saved our lives. So there you go. That's the story of how Buddy Dog saved Aki-tan and Yamamama. So, he, so there you go. Yep, can we get salutes in chat for Buddy Dog? Because he's currently probably up in heaven chasing a prairie dog. That dog was amazing. He was definitely a hero. Ah, Aki-tan's trying not to cry thinking about him. Sorry. Aki-tan doesn't really get emotional about a lot of things. But talking about Buddy Dog, that was one of the few times. Thank you. Gentle head pat. Big smooch. Mwah. But yeah, he was a very good doggy. He passed away of like complications from old age, and he got hurt, and there was just nothing that could like be done for him because he was mostly blind and he was mostly deaf. So he lived his life being a very good buddy dog. And sorry to be depressing and a downer, like I do realize that that's kind of a hard conversation for a lot of people. So hopefully Aki-tan, he was what? 13, 14, which is pretty old for a small dog. Like, but he was also a farm dog. So the reason why he fell and he tore his ACL, which is the equivalent of like breaking a hip for a dog. And you know, a lot of times with older people, when they break a hip, it's kind of like very hard to recover from. So he was old for a doggy, especially for a farm doggy. Oh, thank you for the big heart. Here comes a big kiss. Mwah!